Assalamualaikum Prof. Afifi. My name is Muhammad Kairunas bin Abdul Qadir from Group Kafalah. I want to talk about riba. The title of my article that I researched is The Equation of Riba and Interest. This book authored by Hasriyadi. Article name is Journal of Islamic and Science, and this book publication in 2021. Objective of this article is examine the equation of riba and interest. Secondly, describe the meaning of riba and the types of practice in today life by using an approach. Lastly, analysis of source of Islamic teaching. In introduction, I find many items about riba, so without waste of time, let's go. One of the core ideas of Islamic finance is riba. Riba, which is a term for an increase or addition to a major amount in financial transaction. It is prohibited in Islam because its destructive effect on social, which include causing social injustice and economic instability. It is usually translated as usury or interest. Riba divided into two types. Firstly is riba al-fat. Riba al-fat is who exchange an uneven amount of the same price good. And second is riba al-nasya. Riba al-nasya, which is the advantage that a lender just borrow to use the fund that have been borrowed. A more just and sustainable financial system is promoted by the Islamic economy through ideas such as Qard al-Hasan. Qard al-Hasan, which is provide interest-free loan under Islamic law. It offers an alternative to interest-based transaction. This not only has a positive effect on borrow, but also cause trust for the community to borrow money according to the theory above will increase sharply and at a high rate.
Hi, next we will continue to the next topic, which is summary. Point number 1 is descriptions of the concept of usury in Islamic teachings and its comparisons with bank interest in the context of modern economy. Point number 2 is about explanations of the qualitative approach used in analyzing the source of Islamic teaching, as well as related literature to research the economic impact of usury. Emphasis on the importance of transitioning to Sharia banking as a step to overcome economic and social injustice caused by usury and bank interest. And point number 4 is about explanations of the similarity between riba and bank interest in terms of adding value without fair compensations, as well as its negative impact on society, especially the poor. And the last point is highlighting conclusions about the similarity of the concept of usury and interest, as well as emphasizing the importance of the prohibitions of usury in Islam and the need to switch to Sharia banking.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon. My name is Aiman Hakim bin Muhammad Rosli. My matrix number is A23A2307. Today I would like to present my part, which is critique from the article. There are 3 critique or argument that I found from the article. The first one is theoretical framework based on Islamic teachings to analyze the concept of interest and its comparison with conventional interest-based systems. It is relevant to Muslims and provides a clear understanding of Islamic economics and finance. The article also touched on cultural and religious significance for Muslims, potentially influencing personal and institutional financial decisions. It calls for a shift towards Islamic banking principles, which could have practical implications for Islamic financial institutions. However, it lacks empirical evidence, a limited scope of analysis, subjectivity in interpretation, and a lack of detailed implementation plans. The article also lacks a methodology for analyzing Islamic teachings sources. Second is logical argument against the practice of interest from an Islamic perspective, arguing that it is exploitative and detrimental to society, particularly the poor. The author connects riba to the exploitation of the poor and the destabilization of the economy, situating it within the historical context of the Jahiliyah era. The article compares riba with conventional interest, highlighting their similarities and the burden on borrowers. The claims are validated by religious authority and cultural relevance. However, the article has potential limitations, including a lack of empirical evidence, subjectivity in interpretation, overgeneralization, lack of alternative solutions, and a focus on the Islamic perspective. And the last one is alternative perspectives on the prohibition of riba in Islamic teachings include the belief that bank interest, as practiced in Indonesia, is not forbidden due to its non-dual nature, as stated in Al-Imran verse 130. Some argue that the current banking system is inevitable and Muslims should join conventional banks in emergencies. Others suggest a gradual approach to riba prohibition due to its entrenched nature in the Jahiliyah community's economic tradition. These differing viewpoints reflect the diversity of opinions within the Muslim community and the complexities of applying religious principles to economic practice.
Now, relevance and implication riba. Based on the article, riba is a concept in Islamic finance that refers to the prohibition of riba. It has significant relevance and implication, especially in the context of Islamic economy and finance. Here are some important points regarding the relevance and implication of riba. The first one, religions and ethical importance. One of the elements of pricing is the interest rate. The higher the interest rate, then the higher the price that will be set on an item. Usually, is prohibited in Islam based on the religion teaching outlined in the Al-Quran and Hadith. Muslims are required to obey the prohibition of usury because it is considered unethical and exploitative. Second one, economic justice. The prohibition of usury is rooted in the principle of economic justice and equality. For example, the most significant is the debt of developing countries to developed countries' country. Although it is called an easy loan, meaning a low interest rate, ultimately the debtor country had to go into the debt again to pay interest and principal. It aims to prevent an exploitation of individuals through unfair lending practice and ensure equitability, distribution of wealth in society. The third one, alternative finance instrument. The prohibition of usury has led to the development of alternative finance instruments in Islamic finance, such as profit sharing agreement, mudarabah, leases, ijarah, and trade-based transaction, murabahah. These instruments aim to meet the needs of individual and business while adhering to Islamic principles. Fourthly, stability and sustainability. Usury-free transaction promote finance stability and sustainability by discouraging speculative activities and excessive restocking. Islam finance principles emphasize transaction based on tangible asset and real economic activity, which contribute to a more stable finance system.
In conclusion, all property that exists belong to God forever, while humans who only exist temporarily are a trust or a gift from God. Humans who use these properties, custodians, and not permanent owner. Some general opinions say that riba or additional taking is a concept in Islamic teaching that prohibits additional value in lending. It can be divided into 4 types, which is riba fadli, riba nasiyah, riba qard, and riba iyad. Usury or riba is illegal, and bank interest, which include riba, is also prohibited in Islamic teaching. The riba is for consumptive loans, while interest or rent is for productive loans. However, both riba and interest or rent burden the borrower. That's all from me. Thank you.